everyone! Finally back with another plan with me. I know it's been a few months and I'm really sorry about that. It was never my intention to be away that long, or at all, if I'm honest. I might try to post some sort of like shop update to let you all know you know, what I've been up to or what's been going on. It's nothing like, you know, big or serious or anything. It's just, well, that stinks. I ripped the page. It's just me being me, I guess. I guess I'll have to fix that later. That stinks. Oh no. Oh well, I'll put it over here for now. But yeah, so I won't touch on it too much. I've still been working on some new things. Still working on clip art and, you know, doodles and things like that. But I haven't even really been like planning at all this entire time. And I get into these ruts. Can you tell it's been a while? I can't even put the washi tape down. But I forgot where I was going with that. But I haven't even been, you know, planning this whole time. I stink. What can I say? So I think I'm going to cut this down really super quick so it's not sticking to the table the entire time. All of you were so kind on my last Instagram post. For those who follow me, I had just such amazing feedback, and I felt, honestly, I felt so welcomed back, I guess, is a good way to put it. I know sometimes with the Instagram algorithm, you don't post for a while, and, you know, like, you're not really being seen, or you don't get a lot of interaction, and I was so blown away by how many people, you know, liked and commented and told me that they missed seeing my spreads and how they were happy that I was back. And, you know, it was kind of nice to hear from other people that were in, you know, their own little planner ruts. And just, it was really nice. So I was so appreciative of that. And, I mean, I know I'm not the only one. I see it a lot in other, like, planner groups and stuff. But when you're going through it, it's nice to know that you're not the only one. Like, there are other people out there right now with you who just aren't touching their planners. So, yeah, it was nice, and hopefully I'll be, you know, consistent from here. It's usually not something that I do, you know, more than once a year. But I get this way about once a year. And if I remember correctly, I may have touched on this in my last video, that I was feeling burnt out isn't the right word, but I guess conflicted. Because, like, I love, you know, drawing and art, and while I love, you know, like, my iPad and the ability to draw on there to make cute clip art and everything else, I also love fine art. Like, I love, you know, pencil to paper. I love, you know, inking and drawings. I love, you know, using markers and colored pencil, and my newest obsession is watercolor. Like, oh my gosh, you guys, don't even get me started. Like, I always thought watercolor was for, like, kids, and I know that sounds really terrible. I know that sounds really kind of like me being naive, and it is. Like, I didn't know that they had anything other than those, like, cheap little watercolor cakes that you could get, you know, for $1 at Walmart, or for a couple dollars at, you know, Michael's or something. Like, I didn't realize that It was a thing, and if I did think of it as kind of like an adult hobby, I always thought of it as being super pale and super muted and just not me. Like, I am very bright, very in your face with color, and like I just didn't want to do those really super faded artworks. And it's not to say that those aren't beautiful. They are beautiful. Like, there are so many like extremely talented people who do, you know, just very kind of what I would personally consider like traditional watercolor artwork, even though I'm sure that's also kind of a naive way to put it, but they do. It's really beautiful. But that's just, it's not me, not my style. So, for the plans this week, alright, gonna get started. I'm so sad I ripped my planner. Oh. Alright, so for this week, it's gonna be kind of a packed week just because next week Mark is my husband, he's taking Monday and Tuesday off so we can finally finish priming and painting our house, because we have put that off for a year now, because I have no excuse. To be completely honest, it's something that needed to get done, and it was something that I just didn't want to do myself, you know? Like, I really didn't want to feel like I was the only one doing all of that work during the day, because it's a lot of work, and I didn't want to take time away from, you know, my shop and what I was, you know, doing. I really try to treat my day as though I have office hours, just like everyone else, and I didn't want to take time from my job. So we're gonna do it together. I do know for work this week, I think I'm gonna stick with a mild liner. That was a good choice. Okay, so for work this week, and I didn't realize that I wore, well, I mean, like, obviously I did, but I didn't realize I was gonna wear a yellow hoodie while I do a yellow spread. I guess I'm themed today. So I want to get out all orders, which I try to do every week, but I want to put an emphasis on it this week. I want to work on my new coffee shop drawings. I obviously want to make sure that everything goes to the post office and bills are sent. Has everyone ever felt like their handwriting isn't what it normally is when it's been a long time since they've like actually done a lot of writing? Like, I feel like this last couple weeks my handwriting has been rough. So, and then I'm doing it now, but I also want to make sure that I film and edit and upload this plan with me. I'm going to try to do it with as little editing as possible, just because sometimes I get stuck. I'm telling you, sometimes I just get stuck on like those little details of editing, and I know it's not necessary. So I prefer the chatty plan with these, and I know that the more comfortable I get, the less, you know, uhs and ums and just awkward silences I have, but and like sniffles and just weird things that you obviously do all the time, but you don't notice that you're doing it until you're listening to yourself back, and you're just, why was I sniffling so much? You know? So just using a bit of sticker sheet over this. It's kind of like white out. So plan with me. And then, and I also get asked sometimes what why I highlight or how I choose to highlight certain things, and it's just either like this works as a header for a list, or it's to highlight kind of something important throughout that day. And that's really it. It's not like I really have it, you know, figured out. It's not like I have a set, you know, plan or idea when I go into it, but like that's just kind of the general idea of it. And then for Monday, I also want to kind of keep track of my social media posts, because I have to get better at doing that again. I've been really terrible, and again, I'm so thankful that all of you have been so kind through this whole thing, because I don't like to feel like I'm letting anyone down, and I really kind of did for a bit. And it's not that I am like, poof, it's gone. I haven't done anything wrong, but I'm glad that I, was just so warmly welcomed back, I guess, and people were just kind of happy to see my post again. Like, that felt nice. So I want to kind of track social media posts. I'm just gonna write this kind of small above it. Actually, I did want to write down, because I would like to track how long these symptoms kind of stick around. On Sunday, we ended up cleaning our closet, like a heavy duty, like overall, like overhaul. And we just have been kind of under the weather with all of the dust and everything that we've kicked up. So I just, we were just kind of sniffly on Monday, and today we woke up and we're just feeling kind of fuzzy. I'm really happy that didn't bleed. I haven't tested it with these markers. Okay, so I'll probably end up skipping around a little bit, because that's just how my mind works, and I really try to work day by day, but okay, so Wednesday is payday. Just highlight that really quick. And then I'm probably going to grab another one of these cameras, because I'm pretty sure this is the day that I want to have a plan with me up. I'm probably going to want to do the plan with me this day. I'm going to want to make sure that all of the orders are out this day, so that I can spend Thursday and Friday just kind of working on clip art and everything. Probably put it, edit, plan with me, just as kind of the big task. And then I'm going to want to post my midweek. I'm going to shorten that, just put WK, so that it kind of stays in line. And then I'm just going to want to remind myself to post on social media. I have been posting some updates about like clip art and stuff that I've been doing lately, and I'm not sure if that's of any interest to anyone. Also, can we just say, like, bonus points? I just finished a sheet of stickers. I would say I deserve a coffee, but I already had one today. Maybe I deserve another. That's what I'm gonna tell myself. I deserve another one. So, along with payday, I also want to budget, and I also want to make sure that I pull out kind of my own, like, personal fun, like, spending money, because I've been just neglecting doing that lately, and I want to just kind of treat myself, and I want to get better at, just giving myself a few dollars to spend here and there, so I get coffee and, whatever, and just leave the house. Because I do find that that's a thing that I tend to do. I don't really mean to do it, but I find that I don't leave the house as much as I should, and I'm actually just going to remind myself to leave. Maybe try a new, like, cafe or something. And, like, I'm always so hesitant to say anything, like, that could be seen as potentially negative, because I'm so happy and grateful and thankful and, like, just a range of emotions when it comes to me being able to work from home and be home and everything, but it's one thing that I'm personally not great at, and that's just leaving the house more, and I feel like a lot of the issues that I have are caused by me, and I tend to put myself in, like, these little boxes, and one of them is just isolating myself, so I would like to be better about that. So also today, if I remember correctly, Shameless. not today, tomorrow. I feel like Shameless is coming out. I'll have to check, but I'm almost certain. Really excited to see that come out and watch it and just have something new to watch. I'm trying to think of what else. I have these little shipping boxes, but I think they're just too big for what I'm going for right now. And like, you guys, can we get over like me going through, I really need a better like organization system. I have like clear boxes from Michael's, but I don't like the dividers in them. They just tend to move around too much for me, and I'm constantly knocking them out of place. And I don't like it. I want to find another system. I want to do like a photo box or something. So I want to mark a couple of things. And I know that I am expecting an Amazon delivery on Friday. Yeah, I think that's good. I have a ton of random stuff. Like, I have my subscriptions coming in soon. I don't think they're coming this day. I think they're coming next week. But you get a lot of like household items on there too. Like some, like, not necessarily groceries, but like coffee syrups and coffee and, you know, little things. Like, I'm going to put this here because I do want to make it a point to leave, and man, am I rambly today. I hope you guys don't mind that, because we're in for a wild ride today. Alright, and I think at some point this week I would like to make some cold brew iced coffee, because like I said, Saturday, Sunday, and then probably Monday and Tuesday we're doing a lot of home stuff around here. And I think I'm going to do it Thursday, because it's usually a late day for my husband, and he's also been Ubering lately. So he tends to stay out kind of late of, you know, a few nights a week. I usually, like, I work on, you know, whatever orders came in the day before, and I've been working on clip art. And I'm also really, really curious, you guys. Please let me know if you have any interest in seeing some of the behind-the-scenes stuff that I do. Like, I've been working on a lot of, you know, clip art and drawings and stuff like that, and like, it's a lot of work behind the scenes, and I'm not sure if there's really any interest in it. Let me grab some things. Like, I've been doing a lot of, like, you know, drawings for, like, this is some of the coffee shop clip art that I'm doing. Like, I did some plants. Those didn't come out as planned, but, like, you know, these were turned into, like, stickers and clip art and stuff. Or not clip art, but die cuts. And I'm just wondering if you have any interest in, like, the process of me doing that, on any updates, if you want any, like, time lapses of drawings or anything. If that's anything that you have any sort of interest in, because it's another, like, love of mine, and I would like to do some stuff like that. And if you have no interest, I'll probably just do another channel, to be completely honest. But if you want to see it, I would prefer not to split the two up. So just let me know if that's at all interesting. I don't know. Okay, but I want to make cold brew. Probably need to make tea this day, because I like to make iced tea at home. I also want to make sure that I take apart the pitcher and clean it, because there's so many parts in there that have to be cleaned out really, really well. I mean, if you have like a pitcher at home, I'm sure you know, like one of the ones with the little thing that you lift up and down, the spout, yes. So I want to make sure that that ends up getting clean. And I want to look up some, like, frappe recipes, because I am obsessed with those, and I would like to try to make some at home, especially since I'm, you know, like 45 miles from Starbucks. I did find a place that I want to try that makes frappes, and it's on their menu, and I'm going to try them. So wish me luck. I hope that they're good. They are about a 30-minute drive, but that's actually not bad. It's about 18 miles, I think, from my house. So, you know, maybe I'll find, like, this nice new, you know, coffee kind of hangout for me that's relatively close to my home. I hope it's good. I would really, really like to. I don't like coffee shops where I go in and I just feel like I don't have a corner to hang out in. Like I'm kind of like Sheldon that way. Like I find a spot and I stick to it. Or at the very least I like to go into a place where it has a nice, like, cozy vibe to it. Something where I can just kind of, you know, like curl up and work and be my weird quirky self somewhere. And I just haven't found that in the few places that I have, like, right next to me. So hopefully that ends up being a good one, because in the grand scheme of things, it's not a terrible drive for me. I would like to work on all emails. I want to catch up on comments. I want to make sure that Piper's cage gets cleaned. I want to use one of these. I wonder if I want to do it on here, or if I'd rather do it. I think I want to do it in one of these little dotted boxes. And I think, I'm actually thinking, you know, we might end up doing that Friday? Who knows? But if it doesn't get done, you know, Friday, there's a good chance that we'll end up putting it off until Monday or Tuesday. Because I'm sure this weekend is going to be kind of the most labor intensive in terms of puttying and painting and everything. Because for those of you that don't know, we moved into our house about a year ago, and they were, like, for the most part, like, everything was in good shape, but we did have some stuff that needed to be done, like some really intense construction, so we still have some areas of, like, basically bare drywall. So we're finally going to take care of that. And I'm so excited because I just want to walk into my house and just feel like it's cozy and inviting, and just have it feel kind of whole and complete, and not have to explain to people when they come over, like, hey, by the way, the house is a mess, kind of thing. Because it doesn't matter how spotless it is, it always looks like a mess. It will be nice not to have that anymore. At least not to that degree. And then I think we're going to kind of a fun night where we bake some cookies. Keep spacing things kind of wonky. Just gonna chalk it up to it being a while. I could just kind of feel a little bit out of practice. It'll come back to me. But for now, I think this is cute enough. Like, it's all coming together, right? And I'm pretty sure today is going to be a burger night. We've been trying to do some more, like, meal planning. We've been eating out a lot lately, and we're trying to eat at home more, and just meal plan, and hopefully that starts working out. Because it's not like, you know, we're going out, you know, to restaurants or having, like, you know, like, fairly decent meals. We're going to, you know, like, sandwich places isn't really bad, but, like, we're eating, like, some fast food and some not so good food, and it's expensive, so, you know, hopefully we'll get that in check. On Saturday, we're probably going to end up taking, Saturday or Sunday, probably Sunday, we're probably going to end up taking, like, a little bit of a break and going out to, like, a cafe, which I know sounds funny because I literally just said we've been eating out too much, but we probably will end up doing something because we like to do a little something on the weekends. So I'm probably going to use this little sticker from Sweet Quai Design because it makes me just giggle. Do, like, a little, like, lunch trip or lunch break or something like that. I don't see us going anywhere too far, especially since I need to save up for a new iPad, because I have the original Pro that came out in 2015, And it's still working perfectly fine. Like, there's nothing, you know, like, really, really wrong with it. But it is starting to slow down a little bit. And, like, I'm noticing some lag with certain programs. To start designing on it more, I want to be able to use programs like AstroPad, and Affinity Designer and Affinity Photo, and I'm just noticing that, like, when you're drawing with it, you're starting to see like this really kind of long tail, and it's so much more exaggerated with the updates that I'm getting now, and I feel like the more I update it, the more behind it feels, because it is. It's, you know, it's like 3 years old now. So, yeah, I'm saving up for that. I'm sure we're going to end up doing at least another project. I think it's going to be the deck, because we've been really, really terrible and we haven't sealed it yet. So it'll either be that, or it will be replacing the faucets in the bathroom, and I don't want to assume at this moment, so I'm just going to leave that open. So I can't find my late day stickers. I'll just have to kind of be okay. I'm a dork. Okay, so I was just gonna say I'll have to be okay not marking that, but I found them, so that'll be the late day. And I do know that I don't know what I was about to say. That's what I do know. Okay, so I'm thinking Thursday night will end up being a laundry night. Actually, I lied. I think laundry night is going to be tonight. And I'm wondering, can I get away with doing that a little bit higher up? I think I can. So I do want to make sure that I go through and kind of dust everything. I will probably end up cleaning the bedding, because that will drive me nuts. I don't like cleaning the bedroom and feeling like things get put on the bed and now the bed is dusty. Maybe it's just me. So I will end up doing that. And then I do think I will maybe take care of all of the floors. It's been a while since we've done like a deep cleaning with like the carpet cleaner and everything. So maybe that'll be a good opportunity to do that. And I feel like this space is kind of odd, so maybe at some point I'll find something to do there to kind of fill out that space. I also don't kind of like this space here. I feel like I've left a couple of weird spaces. I'll fill it in. I'm sure I'll come up with something. Okay. So, I think for Friday, I'll end up doing some meal prep so that we have some meals ready for us. I do have some things already prepared in there, like I have a Sicilian chicken soup, and I have some meat sauce in there, but I may want to do a couple of other things, or I may want to at the very least freeze some of those if we don't end up using them. So I do want to meal prep. I just want to make sure that we don't have any excuses to leave and spend like unnecessary money. I want to make sure that we're freezing some of the leftovers, and I also want to meal plan for next week. I started with plan, so I'm just going to write plan meals, and then come up with any sort of grocery list. We've actually been really kind of terrible, and we haven't done like a full like grocery shopping trip for almost a month. And I mean, obviously, like, we've been picking up things, well, I've been picking up things here and there, and, you know, like, just going to Hannaford and picking up what we need in between, but we haven't done, like, a full-on, you know, this is everything we need, go to Costco and wherever else, shopping trip in a month. So it feels like we have, I don't know, like, we're running out of all of the foods that we usually get kind of in bulk. I mean, it doesn't just feel like, but So it's nice to have, you know, a bunch of food again. Like, I'm so excited for that. And then I want to make sure on Sunday we're changing all of the towels. I think I'm going to move this. Yeah, no, I'm going to have it all the way down at the bottom. I want to make sure that we get all of the kitchen towels, the bathroom towels, newest thing, office towels, since I've been using them for watercolor as well. Well, I have my own set for watercolor, so they're not being like contaminated or anything, but I do want to add those to the list. These stickers are actually a custom order from someone, and the funny thing is she lives near where I used to live before I moved from Vermont, so it was like such a small world. I was actually really excited to see someone like order from me who's actually from where I used to live. Like, so much fun. So I want to put this here, and not necessarily for just like reading, but I want to test out some of the new sketchbook that I got, sketchbooks. So I'm not sure if I honestly don't think I'm going to like that anywhere. So I'm just going to just do it. And that kind of fills out that space in kind of a weird way, but it does. Alright, I know that I'm running low on some of the vitamins that I take, and I would like to purchase some of those. I feel like this sticker is kind of big, and I'm not sure if I want this to be like a daily thing or if I want it to kind of be, I think I want it to be in the notes, because I don't think it's an important thing, and I do think some of them I'm just going to order off of Amazon. So I will make kind of a quick little list of the ones I need. I only know of one off the top of my head, so I'm not going to write them down right now. It's not that they're, you know, like private or anything. They're just like, you know, like multivitamins, or I think there's like vitamin C that I need. But I just want to be specific when I write them down. And I want to pull out these. I want to build, I already used the light yellow. I guess I'm just going to have to use this kind of warmer yellow. I'm not really sure what else to call it. So I can build this. Check my habits for the week. So that's another thing that I haven't been great at. Just kind of little things like self-care and of course social media and stuff that I've already told you guys about. Like I said, I probably will end up doing like a little shop update, letting you know things that I've been up to and just kind of what I've been working on. I don't know. We'll see how it goes. I actually don't even know how to film something like that, because I'm not sure I'm ready to be in front of the camera yet, so we'll see. For bills, I'm pretty sure I actually have a few bills due this week, so I think instead of mainly because I've already, you know, blocked off all of that space. Like, I know I have, you know, Adobe, my car payment, and like insurance and stuff like that, and I think it's just easier at this point to just do one kind of at the end of the week, and I can check that they're all paid off, because I do have kind of like a bullet journal type setup, where I just do basic to-dos for the week, and I check those off as I do them. I do have to get better at my traveler's notebook, because I haven't touched that either. Like, it's not like I've neglected, you know, one thing and not the other. Like, I've neglected everything. So I have to get back into that and kind of get more organized with that again. I do want to track how often I am drawing, because I want to do not only the coffee shop clip art that I'm working on right now, but I also want to do more doodle stickers, because I haven't done those in a while. I have a bunch that I've been working on. Like I have some that I need to post and get out. So I haven't been just like forgetting about those or not doing them, or like I haven't phased them out or anything, but I just haven't been doing them as frequently as I should. And I also, while I'm looking at it right here, so I'm going to stick this on the edge of my table, I'm going to pull out a garbage sticker because that's staring me at the face, like in the face right now. So I'm thinking Saturday, since it's not really going to be like an intense to-do list kind of day, I can put some miscellaneous things here. So I want to put my little drawing tracker, and I'm going to write drawing over the top, and then I'm going to kind of specify at the bottom so that I can, you know, hold myself accountable for both of those things. I want to do doodles and the coffee shop clip art. And I'm just going to highlight this. I'm going to remember to take out the garbage, because I'm sure we will have a ton of it. My husband and I actually joke a lot with the garbage men. Let's wonder that, you know, like what we're doing here. Like, do we even have a house left? Just because we're always throwing out like drywall and doors and trim and flooring and curtain rods, just everything. We're throwing out everything. And they take a lot of it. Like they have like different like trucks that come by throughout the week and take different things. So as long as we sort it, it's fine. But when the first set of people show up on Monday, we must wonder, what do they have left in there? So I want to do office, kitchen, just because those are the main two. Since we did just go shopping, we have boxes and stuff in the kitchen, and of course I have, you know, stuff from Amazon, so I just want to make sure that I'm remembering to check those. And then I'm just going to put miscellaneous, because I have no idea what on earth is going to end up in all of that by the end of the week. So, not that I feel like we'll forget to take it out, but we might, just because, you know, Mark having, you know, 2 days after that, it's going to be in the middle of all of that. So we may actually, like, that could be a thing that we forget to do. For my habits this week, I want to focus on some self-care. I want to maybe track just going outside a little bit more, you know, maybe sitting on the patio, going to a coffee shop, going outside to get coffee. And I know that's a really, you know, maybe odd thing to track, but for me it's an actual like shortcoming in my day-to-day life. So I'm going to try to do it, because I can tell in my mood that I'm happier when I actually like leave my house a little bit more. So I want to do that. And for the third thing, I know I'm already tracking drawing and social media, so I will hold off on the last one that I want to track, because I'm already doing a lot this week in terms of tracking, and I'm wondering if there's anything else that I need to kind of be mindful of this week. I feel like I've put almost everything down. Like, there are some weeks where I feel like I've neglected some things or had to leave off some things as just me being short on space. But this week I genuinely feel like I have really everything on there. I think I'm pretty happy with it. So let me actually move that down because I'm noticing now in the viewfinder you can't see it. But I think that's it. I will probably fill this out a little bit more throughout the week, and I hope you all really enjoyed it. I'm so sorry. It's been so long since I've posted. Like I said, I'll really try hard not to do that again. And let me know if you guys are, sorry, that was me hitting my desk. Let me know if you guys are interested in seeing, you know, some of the things that I do outside of, you know, Plan With Me's. If you want to see, you know, maybe my process for doing doodles, or if you want to see any kind of time lapses for the drawings that I'm doing, or any of the behind the scenes stuff, like, you know, maybe things that I have, you know, purchased recently, any stickers or planners, or, you know, craft supplies or art supplies even. I would love to show you, and I'd love to have more things to show you guys. I don't want my channel to feel like really one-dimensional, and I really do. I enjoy making these videos and just kind of chatting with you guys, because as you know, I don't get out much. So let me know what you think down below, and I will see you next week. Bye!